Hello, everybody. So people have been asking for this stream now for quite a long time. I haven't opened up a booster box Lord of the Rings in, geez, a couple years now. I've had this one sitting around for 2 years from a Black Friday sale. I opened one. This one's been just sitting around. Will this be the one that has the one ring or any other main character foil? So there's, geez, like 365 cards in this set, and every card can come in a foil. So I figured we would look through the set list here, so you can see what we can get in this box. This is by far the most fun set to open, just because of the sheer amount of cards and main characters and foil potential. So obviously this is the big one. There are two one ring cards. One is a rare, one is a common. Either one in foil is honestly fine, but obviously we want to see the rare. And every single one of these other cards can come in a foil. So we're looking for like Gimli, right? Any character foil is fine, but we're looking for the rare versions mostly. R1 is a big one. Elrond would be a big one in Galadriel. Honestly, even some of like the weapon cards. Legolas is probably the second biggest card you can pull in the set in terms of foil. That card in a foil mint condition, worth a lot of money. Most people are acquiring these foils, you know, as singles at this point. So pulling one fresh from a booster box and you grade that thing and it gets a 10. Pretty difficult. This is Peter Jackson here. Oop, you can't see my mouse, there it is. This is Peter Jackson. I already have that one in a foil though. But a mint condition one would be nice. Let's turn down the music a little bit. Servant of the Secret of Fire would be another huge one in a foil. Honestly, even just getting a rare foil is pretty nice. A Wizard is Never Late would be good. Aragorn would be big. Boromir, but you can see like the potential of what you can get in this set. And I will be happy with any rare main characters, since I will send them off for grading. Lurtz would be big. I forget, there are some rares you can get that are actually worth a good amount of money for like the playability of them. I forget what one that was though. And then you get a ton of Ring Wraith cards, which look really nice in foil. Honestly, any of them in foil would be nice. Morgul Gates is probably the third biggest foil pull you can get, after Legolas and the One Ring cards. That one goes for a lot of money, just because it also looks really nice. Tons of Ring Wraith cards. I would love to just complete a full Ring Wraith set. And as you can see, there are lots of rares, so getting the ones you want, not easy. I have no idea, Dylan, no idea. It's a pretty complex game to play, so not sure. Bilbo. Who doesn't want some blades of grass for Farmer Maggot? Be a pretty lame rare to get. Proto rare would be good. Merry and Pippin, of course. The meme card. Sting would be nice. And then the land cards, which look really, really nice in a foil. Not sure if there's any rares. Looks like they're all common, uncommon. And then they call this promo, but I think it's called like Premier or Premium or something. I've pulled this one before from a box, I believe. I think? No, actually I didn't pull that Aragorn. I pulled the one, an Aragorn from a different set. I forget what the odds of getting one of these are. It's like one in every few booster boxes, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, that's the set. That's kind of what we're looking for. I'm assuming that's the full set. This website seems pretty reliable. Yeah, the lands and foil look really good. So the downside about this game is the foils in these earlier sets are extremely hard to pull. It's only like one in every 8 or 9 booster packs or something. You can open an entire box and only get like 5 or 6 foils. I opened one where I think I got 5 or 6. It's pretty brutal. But you can definitely beat that rate. The foil rates are kind of all over the place, so you can get a box with like 8 or 9, I think. I don't know. I haven't opened enough of these to truly know. But let's just say that the foil rates are pretty rare. It's actually a really decent condition box on this. A little bit of a tear underneath there, which is weird. Not sure how that got torn before the thing was even open. Probably in manufacturing. Magic the Gathering. Yeah, Magic the Gathering's just like, here's an entire booster box with nothing but foils. It's like, oh, thank you. Just ruins the fun of foils. I much prefer the 1 in 3 packs have a foil kind of ratio. Or even something like this. Foils actually mean something. So I guess we'll pop this out. It's a pretty nice condition box. I'll probably try and save this one. Let's see how easy these are to open. Very easy, actually. And nice thing about Booster Box Fresh, we don't have to worry about weird damage on the cards like you typically get when they're loose. Alright, so the way that it goes, 3 uncommons up front, so it'll be uncommon, 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 and then the rare. So our first rare looks like it might actually be a main character, I don't know. Ooh. Got a weapon card. Gwemagil. I think that's actually one of the better, more expensive, like playable rare cards. If you're gonna pull a rare, you want to get the weapons or main characters. So I will put the rares off to the side, and then I'll sleeve them in a group at some point. And any main characters, even if they're common or uncommon, doesn't matter. We'll get sleeves as well. I could do pack tricks, but I honestly don't remember where the foil trick is. Like, I don't remember where the foils lie in these packs, so I guess we'll just kind of hit them when we get there. I'll try and go slow so I can not fully reveal it. Rare. Another weapon. There and back again, common. And the really nice thing about the opening with this set is got a Merry common. There's so many cards that even in a booster box, you're not going to see many repeats. So even the commons are maybe only going to see one of each if we're lucky. Pretty sure you can't even get a full set from a booster box. Listen, I count the horse as a main character. Oh, I have this one in foil and it looks amazing. Should really get that graded sometime. So we're going to count you as a main character. Actually kind of like that one. But it does have a little bit of a print line right here. You can see that's probably from the roller when they were cutting it. Our rare Cave Troll's Hammer. Let's see. I forget, like, when you get a foil where it falls in the pack. I don't remember if it takes the rare slot or what. So, one thing that they did with Lord of the Rings TCG with Decipher is they used What a Workshop to actually make new characters or portraits of characters like this that don't exactly have official screenshots from the movies. So that's why some of the cards you'll see, you'll be like, wait, who is that and why does that look so official? Because it was literally created for this card game. Some characters exist only within the Lord of the Rings trading card game, like visually. Is there a pack order or just random? I have no idea. I would hope that you can't map out a booster box. Rare. Hold on, I feel like I gotta raise this camera just a little bit. My hands are tending to fall a little higher. Savagery to match their numbers. I feel like I just saw that pack. That's funny. I feel like that pack I just saw. All the same cards. Yeah, there's unique pictures in here. Same thing with Star Wars from Decipher. They did the same thing. That's why a Mara Jade card exists in Star Wars. Really nice screenshot too. Not even a screenshot, like a actor. A rare. Ooh, that's a nice one. Foil of that would be so cool. Thorns map. Hobbit sword. These cards feel really good too. They're slick. They're not matte, but they're not like super glossy, but they slide really easily. See what I mean, though? Foil cards are brutal. That's why when you get them, it's definitely an event. And this is why buying loose packs is so difficult for this. Especially because some people may have weighed them. Our rare Guard Commander. If I remember right, the foil comes after the rare. I really wish I knew. Look at all the main characters just dodging us, though, even though commons exist. Oh, there's Mary. Two of the same Mary. I have two. Of course, I pull two main characters, and it's the same Mary card. Come on. So I actually have pulled a foil Gandalf from this set, and it got a Gem Mint 10 from CGC. And getting Gem Mint on Decipher cards is very difficult. These 10, even packed fresh, they tend to have some problems. We're not going to count. See, that's another one of those sort of like we made it for the card game characters. Our rare, return to its master. Yeah, it was pretty exciting to pull the foil Gandalf. I think I did that on a stream, actually. Frodo common. Maybe we can pull the full fellowship in commons at least. Uncommons and whatnot. You can see, like, even pack fresh. It's got nicks on the cards. Just how it goes. Legolas uncommon. Be a nice hollow to get. Our rare. One of the lamest ones. Cruel Caradhras. We got the common One Ring. Always nice to pull a pack fresh one of those. We want this in foil. Or the rare version in foil. Certainly a main character, though. It goes in the main character pile. It's also worth noting that that's, like, technically the only full art card in this set. The One Ring got some special treatment for sure. As it should. Our rare looks like it might be something. Ooh, nice. Ulair Sente. I don't even know how you say his name. Foil of that, please. Our first main character. I'll call him a main character. First main character rare. We got a foil. Okay, so like I said, it comes after the rare. Alright, now this is a big deal. We want a rare foil. You can actually get an entire booster box without a single rare foil. So getting just one is big. And it is a rare. Okay. Please be something good, please. Because this is probably our only rare foil. And it's garbage. But we did get a rare foil. Orc Butchery. Now, is there a chance to get another main character rare foil? I think there is, because this game is pretty random. But we will sleeve that up right away. But this shows you how they do foils. Look at how they do foils. I'm a huge fan of it with the spot foiling. So they will only foil certain parts of the card, and man, I wish more cards did this now, boy. It looks so good. Now imagine that with an actual good card. Okay, so one foil down. Unfortunately, a not so great rare foil. But it could have been something like this, which is literally just snow. So, could be thankful for that. That would actually look pretty nice in foil. Creepy card. How's the music volume level, by the way? Is it too low, or is it alright? As long as you could just, like, hear it a little bit. You can see how they do the landscape cards. Nazgul's Sword would look really nice in foil. Or rare. Curse Their Foul Feet. A little bit higher. I'll make it a little higher for you guys. For me, I'll keep it the same. Wish packs today open this easy. Packs today, you gotta get like pliers out. Open them freaking things sometimes. Orc Hunters. Our rare Valiant Man of the West. And no foil. Another Frodo, though. Desperate Measures rare. And not a foil. The landscapes look really good in foil, however. Man, this box is really weird. Because, for like the quote-unquote main characters, I've pulled like 2 of each so far. So we got 2 One Rings, 2 Frodos, 2 Merrys. But from what I understand, it is kind of like true random in terms of what you can get in here. Which is why some boxes you may not even get a rare foil. People would like throw a hissy fit if they didn't get a rare foil these days in their booster boxes. Ooh, that's a nice uncommon. Lair Nelia. Foil of that would be awesome. Our rare Goblin Archer. And foil. Ooh, we do have a foil coming up and it looks like it's a landscape. So I'm going to put this here just because that looks so nice. Any named, whatchamacallit, ring wreaths. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, man. That's a good one to get. Beautiful. Now you see how they do the foiling on landscape. Rivendell Terrace. Grading that, for sure. As long as it doesn't have problems. Looks like it like... See, this is the thing. This is why it's hard to grade these, because the grading companies... Like, it looks like there's a little bit of a lift on the corner there, but that's actually just the printing and cutting process that these cards get. So hopefully you get a good grader that understands that that's from cutting in the factory, and not because, like, I dropped the card or something. And that is an uncommon foil. A very nice one. Hobbit Stealth. Foil. So the nice thing about this, even foil commons are worth a lot of money as long as it's a good card. As long as it's a good one. Alright. I'm gonna move this stack here. I'm sure it's definitely one of the best lands yet. But you can see 2 foils and look how many packs I've opened. That's why when you get an actual good one, boy, like that one, it's very nice. Any card can be foil. There's not a predetermined list. It's just literally every card in the set can come in a foil. So completing a full foil set of this is a nightmare. Everybody's favorite elf, Orofin. Sure you all remember him. Yeah, definitely don't. It's another nice one to get. Rivendell Waterfall, which arguably may look nicer, but I think the Terrace is probably better. Our rare. Ooh, that's a cool one. I think this in foil is a big one, a big pull. The Last Alliance of Elves and Men. And no foil here. It looks so goofy. Look at his eyes. Hexdrake. Breeding Pit. Orc Chieftain. Sorry about everything. Risk a little late. This booster box was like 100 and... what was it? 120 from a Black Friday sale a couple years ago. Now they're a bit more than that, but... The thing is, this set was printed very, very highly. Like, super highly when it came out. So there's still a ton of these boxes floating around out there. But later sets get extremely rare. So rare that one of the sets I have never even seen a single booster pack go up for sale for it since I started collecting this. That's the Rise of Sauron. Sorry, Rise of Saruman packs. Ridiculously rare set. A rare Orc banner. And no foil. Come on, we know there's more uncommon common mains out there. Master set of foils? I don't know about that. I'd have to buy singles used. Getting them from booster boxes would be impossible at this point. Buying singles wouldn't be bad, but obviously certain singles are very rare, expensive. Okay, we got a Gimli uncommon, which is nice. Put that there. Path seldom trodden. Or rare. The end comes, and no foil. Yeah, the last set they ever made for this, Treachery and Deceit, it's rumored that only like a couple thousand booster boxes were ever made for that. Because it was made after Decipher was going under. Like, they had already announced their closure and they released that set. There's the Terrace, so now we get to see it. Oh, I didn't even notice Frodo on there. So here's the foil. Non-foiled. That is a good one. I'm happy with that one. Our rare Bow of the Galadriel. Not a bad rare. And no foil. God, what a... You guys are getting to see the brutal foil rates in real time. Now you see what a momentous occasion it would be literally pulling any main character in foil or the One Ring. Still a good shot to get the common One Ring though, because we didn't, you know, we pulled our rare foil. But there is still that common One Ring. The rare Goblin Swarms. And no foil. Work Bloodlust. There's a Pippin common. Yeah, the pull rates right now are not being kind. So I'm hoping that there's... Obviously there's going to be at least probably like 3 more foils in here, but man. Hopefully there's like a clumping of them towards the bottom. Rare. Lost to the Goblins. And no foil. This one in a foil I would like. Iconic Scene. We're also avoiding main characters in their rare cards non-foil. Kind of hoping to pull more than a common or an uncommon main character. Master Proudfoot. Curse from Mordor. Moria Stairway. A very lame rare. Seeking its master. It's Frodo putting on the ring. Just barely evading. And no foil. That's actually a nice card. I wouldn't really consider that a main character, though. I mean, technically I should be putting any named characters in the same pile, but it's not really a main character. I just hang on to duplicates. Because if I ever learn to play it, I'm going to need them. And when it comes to grading, I need to inspect multiple copies to see which is the best one. And I will grade main characters. I've gotten a few good 10s for main characters already. Rare, finally a non-foil rare main character. We got Gimli. And can we get a foil in the same pack? Nope. I'm gonna sleeve this one up just to keep it separate. We're gonna put rare main characters sleeved right here. Let me actually take out Ulair. Here's all my rares so far. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whoops, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I've opened 20 packs, it looks like. 21 with the Gimli. Still literally only 2 foils, by the way, out of 21 packs. I was not joking when I said the foil rate is like a 1 out of 8, 1 out of 9 packs, by the way. Yeah, 36 packs. The kids today would throw a hissy fit getting a booster box like this. Tower Lieutenant. Emin Mul? I don't know how the heck you say that one. Sword of Minas Morgul are rare. I hate reading these sideways ones. Unearthed Foe and no foil. The only thing that would make these packs better is if you can get the Balrog, but you cannot get the Balrog in this set. You gotta open like Mines of Moria, which is a great set. Another same Pippin. The Mines of Moria packs are awesome because of the Balrog cards. Bear Streets. Celinde? Are rare. Looks like it's going to be a Ringwraith rare. Very nice. The Pale Blade. That would be nice in foil. And still no foil. Crazy. They're just hiding on the bottom. And this just goes to show you that, like, there is no rhyme or rhythm to where these foils are. It seems like they're all sitting on the bottom of the box. Yeah, I have the Balrog in foil. I graded it. It's actually an error. Where it was like shifted print layer or something like that. I didn't even realize it when I sent it in. But I bought it as a single online and it was decent enough condition to send it in. Rosy Cotton. kind of a main character. Put Rosie over here. Boromir, our rare. Fear. And come on, we're due a foil at some point here. Goodness gracious. Oh, that would have been an awesome one in foil too. What a shame. It's a common, right? Where does it say common on here? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that would be cool in foil. But you see what I mean about the opening experience? There's still commons we have yet to pull. There's just so many of them. Yeah, glad you enjoyed Turbo. Favorite Lord of the Rings set to open? Probably this one, just because of the variety of cards you can get in all the main characters. And always that chance that you get the One Ring. The rare. The Saga of Elendil. And, come on. Okay, we got a foil. It's a landscape. Okay, not bad. That's a lot of foil on there, boy. That is not going to be easy to grade. In fact, there's already scratches on it. Probably from me sliding the card on top of it off of it. You can see them prominently showcased right there. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna be an easy one. Don't know if that was from me putting pressure, sliding it off. I have no idea. It could have been a print factory thing. It's not like I put that much pressure. Okay. 3 foils. Sam common. Has this playlist really just been looping like the same song over and over? It's too deep for me to have done it. Yeah, probably a factory thing. Plus the scrapes on it weren't really accurate with the way I slid the card. I mean, I can try and hold them a little differently just in case. Gift of Boats. Aragorn's Pipe. Band of the Eye rare. Back-to-back foil. Nope. Let's move this pile. Alright, we got like, what? Less than a third of the box to go. 10 packs, maybe? 3 foils? Come on. At least let me get like 6. 6 would be nice. But it's probably going to be a 5 foil box. Rare uncommon. Rare gaffer. Should they go in the main character pile? I mean, he is kind of a rare. It is a named character. We'll put it in the sleeve right now. Yeah, all it takes... Elf Song. All it takes is 1 foil of a main character. A good one. Like, we don't want no Sam or Merry and Pippin. We want, like, Frodo, Legolas, Aragorn, Gandalf. Gandalf's pipe, which apparently sits on the top of his staff. The more you know. Our rare is hate. Hating on that Sam. They knew. Foil is... nope. Elf Song. They did do the scene selections nicely, yes. Given that they're just literally taking screenshots most of the time from the films. Not all of them are, but most of them are. Lead tip, just the tip. Rare? Come on, give me a main character. Let this be Lurtz. Nope. Parry. Foil? Ooh, it is a foil. Looks like it's going to be an orc card, though. Yep. Goblin Marksman, common foil. Did I put the rare over there? No. Not the best foil luck so far, except for that Rivendell card. Four foils. Probably gonna get at most two more. One more if we're lucky. Haldir definitely a main character, putting him over here for his sacrifice. Grimir? See, this is one of those, like, we made a screenshot with an actor specifically for this game cards. Flashbang, yeah. I have one of those, like, tap to turn the light on and off things. So sometimes I tap it by mistake. The rare is power according to his stature. And... that would have been a pretty crazy foil. Man, the makeup back then was just unparalleled. Look at those makeup effects. Literally an actor under there, not CG, like it would be today. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more packs, boy. Ugh. It's gonna be a 5 foil box, unfortunately. Not guaranteed, but that's what it's looking like. Unless there's just somehow 3 of them hiding on the bottom. Another Ulair card. Put that one over here. Our rare. Desperate Defense of the Ring. And not a foil. Hobbit Farmer. Well, I could open Elestrals on stream. I've got a Kickstarter box, and I've still never pulled a serialized Stellar card from Kickstarter, despite how much of it I opened. So I really feel like one of my booster boxes has one, but it's not guaranteed. Rare? Come on. Saruman's Reach, and a foil. And it looks like it could be a Gandalf card. That looks like the tip of his hat, if that's how they do it. Okay, lighten up on the pressure. Not a Gandalf. Treachery, deeper than you know. But it is Gandalf's hat. So it does technically feature Gandalf. Oops. It It almost looks like he's going to put on Gandalf's hat. Alright, we need a miracle for one more foil in these last 4 packs of a main character. This is a common foil. Unfortunately not an amazing one, because it is just common. It needs to be named of the character, so these ones, with some exceptions, are usually not the best ones to get. Tons of Ring Wraith cards, though, which I like. I should just send a submission in the CGC, nothing but Ring Wraith cards to grade. Now those would look amazing and pristine with the gold and black label. Okay, our rare. Double shot. Actually, I think that's supposed to be one of the better rares that you can pull in terms of like value because of playability. Come on, one more foil. Oh, we do get one more foil, but it looks like it's going to be an orc. Darn. It is Goblin Sneak. But honestly, it's still another foil. Just not one that you want. They foiled his boot, his foot, his hand, and his sword. And his eyes. And it's uncommon. Alright, you never know. I mean, they're, like I said, they're loading these foils towards the bottom of the box here. You never know. Worry? Yeah, we're worried, alright. Another Ring Wraith. Our rare. Moria Axe, and no foil. Threshold of Shadow. Hunt them down. Dimriel Dell, our rare, is Greed. They're like telling me stop being greedy. Alright, come on. No foil. Farron, which is... I mean, hell, I would have been excited for that in rare foil, honestly. It's better than nothing. Alright, it's the last one. Oh, that would be a cool foil. Prancing Pony Sun. I'm not even sure I've seen that one before. Maybe I just don't remember. Orc Slayer. Swan Ship of the Galadriel. And our final rare is Bilbo. I mean, hey, that's pretty fitting considering the music we're listening to right now. What's that on his shin? Is that a printout? Or is that just how it looks? Alright, final pack. Is there a final foil? There is not. Intimidate. Just here, sleeve that up. We've reached the end of our journey with Bilbo. I don't remember if I put the rare from that pack in the pile. Let me see. Yes. Alright, so recap. Here's our foils. Not the best. Uncommon, common, common. This would have been nice as a common, but the foil was scratched. just nothing you can do. I mean, the amount of foiling on there is crazy. Probably the most foiling on any card. This was the highlight. Uncommon Rivendell Terrace. I mean, that is a beautiful card. And then the rare foil, which at least we got a rare foil, even though it's not an exciting one. Rare foils are not guaranteed. So, 6 foils. That's about what you're usually going to get. When it comes to main character rares, we got Frodo, Gaffer, one of the ring wraiths, and Gimli. And then main character non-rare, non-foil. Pretty decent stack. Or any ring wraiths as well. Not bad. We dodged an Aragorn. So no fellowship for us. Gonna put these cards to this box here. Yeah, the Rivendell card kind of makes that box worth it, honestly. If it didn't have that, I would have been a little disappointed. Did I call Bilbo Frodo? Did I really? Oops. The rares. We just separator. Come prepared today with some card storage, which I usually don't have on hand. Alright. We're not done with Lord of the Rings yet. Let's find some different Lord of the Rings music though. Let's go for some Middle Earth ambience. This music totally destroys my stream, by the way. So be sure to like the stream, because I sacrifice pretty much visibility of this stream for the sake of playing this music. They're probably gonna like block it in certain countries, by the way. But it just wouldn't be the same. Alright, so we're gonna open this. God, I need scissors or a blade. Give me a second. Definitely will be saving the box on this. We packed it good. Sometimes a little too good. I can't open it in front of the camera because I'll end up knocking my camera over, so just bear with me here. So I'm not going to open all of this. We're going to savor this one over the course of many streams and videos. But I have an opened box of Realm of the Elf Lords, which you have seen me open some in the past. Not sealed, it's missing a couple packs. But here is what we are looking for from this set. So obviously this is going to have a lot of Gimli and Legolas, but there's going to be a lot of main characters as well. So Arwen in foil, the rare Arwen in foil, one of the biggest pulls you can get. There will be many miscellaneous elves. Elrond would be big. Galadriel will be big. In foil, obviously. But I'll take non-foils as well. Let's see. Oh, wow, that's a pretty one. Depart Silently. I'd like that in the foil. I don't even think I've ever pulled that. Aragorn rare foil would be one of the biggest. There are a lot of orcs in this set as well. Saruman rare foil would be great. I graded one of these actually and it got a 10, non-foil. This would be cool in foil, so there's Saruman. Just can't see my mouse. Tower of Orthanc would be awesome in a foil as well. There are some Moria cards here. Gates of the Dead City would be a cool one. Any of these Morgul cards in foil would be nice. That would be an awesome one. His Cruelty and Malice. Even though it's not named, you can just tell that in foil would be big. This one in foil would be awesome. Terrible as the Dawn. I think that's actually one of the biggest ones you can pull in the set, if I remember right. Bill the Pony. Come on now. That's the chase card of the set. Got some new land cards, which always look nice. And then they call them promo, but they're not promo. They're like premiere. I can't remember. But there is a chance very rare chance that you can get the Legolas or the Boromir foil. So that is what we'll be doing. I'll be opening until I hit a foil. Or 10 packs, whichever one comes first. We'll open 10 packs or foil. Because by 10 packs we should probably hit a foil, hopefully. The original price stickers. So this tells me that this probably came from an old game store. I think I bought this from like a thrift shop seller. So I highly doubt they would go through here and weigh packs. So thank you, Chris's, whatever the heck that is. Hopefully no little Billies pulled the foils out of the top of the box. Assuming the pack tricks will be about the same. I'm not doing pack trick though. Isengard Smith. Frodo's Pipe. Glimmering in the Snow. And our rare. Orc Trooper. And no foil. Servants to Saruman. Let's see if we can hit any main characters. Alright, that's pack number 1. Let's keep the stack. We'll put it there. Orc Slayer. A Royal Welcome. Isengard Servant, rare. It's a nice looking rare. Citadel of Minas Tirith, and no foil. Old Nokes? Old Nokes. Deep in thought. You must go warily. Giant Foot, coming for the ring. Orc Butcher and Master of Healing. I also pulled an Elrond from here that I graded and got a 10. I like grading the non-foils because those are a little bit easier to grade, obviously. And I will eventually, once I get my P.O. box set back up, my intention is to start selling a lot of the cards that I have and graded cards, so if you would ever like a Gem Mint 10 of like a main character for yourself, those will eventually be on my store. Galdor. Missing in the East. Nice color on that one. Hate and Anger are rare. Gift of the Elven Star. And no foil. Or Elven. Even Star, right? Even Star. Aristor. It's another custom card made for the card game. 2 It's another custom card made for the card game. it's the same cards as the previous pack. Yeah, they did that in the other booster box too. So there was one pack that was like that. Sure, there's error packs like that. This is a much smaller set, however, so the repeats will be more plentiful. That's a pretty one. Karis Gladhon. Our rare is Orc Overseer. Ooh, we do have a foil. Alright. That means we will stop here. Let's see what we got. It's an uncommon. Still sharp. Not super exciting, but it could be worse. I like the foiling on the sword. Man, brutal on the main characters. There's that card. I really like the coloring on that. Foil of that, please. How many packs do we open? I mean, I could just go until we open 10. But let me see how close we are. Oh, shoot. I messed this up. No, I messed it up. I put them in the wrong pile. Hold on. One, two. Three, four? Wait, have I seriously only opened 4 packs? Let me double check this. Rarities are down here, by the way. U, R, and C. But that could be, yeah, that could be... I can't go until I open another foil, because you guys saw what that was like in the last box. I can blow through 20 packs. Okay. I've only opened 4 packs, so you know what? We'll go until lucky number 7. I'll open 3 more. So we'll pull them out. How do you think I should do this? Should I go 1 across, or should I... I'm going to pull out randomly, actually. Let's do random. I'm just going to dig deep. Do you. Do you. 1 from each stack. We're going to go all the way down deep for that one. There we go. Alright. Am I going to grade all the foils? No. I would only grade foils if it was a cool looking card or it was a main character. The random, like, orcs and stuff probably would not be worth it. Unless it looked like it can get a 10. If there's any imperfection with it, it's just gonna be sleeved up. Isengard Warrior. The ring draws them. Malice. Our rare is a nice one. Tower of Orthanc. And no foil. Deep in Thought. Voice of Nimordil. Restore. Come on. Wow, this pack is... I actually can't tear it. Holy smokes. Oh, I see why. Because it, like, tore where this is still intact. Alright, we gotta go from the bottom. Hopefully there's no hollow in here, because this pack is getting brutalized. Uruk Ravager. Rhoda's Pipe. Lair Otsea. Uncommon. Our rare. The Shards of Narsil, which is a nice one. And no foil. Oh, man, that would have been a good one. Would have been a good one for sure. Still dodging all the mains in common and uncommon, which do exist. Yeah, this is the last one. This would be our 7th pack. Keep some fun for future streams with these or videos. Baron and Luthien. Still sharp, the rare. Mines of Khazad-dûm, and it looks like we might have a foil here. We do. It looks like it's going to be something Orc Moria themed, though. It is Oracle Slayer. Man, they would have lazy foiling on that, but I mean, what else are they going to do for it? They literally just foiled his armor. It is a rare foil, too. Damn, that's probably the rare foil for the box. That's unfortunate. There he is. A face only an orc mother could love. The frying pan. I think I would have liked the frying pan instead. I really want to get a frying pan foil and grade it. But hey, I picked... That was the pack, I think... Is that the one that was all the way on the bottom? But hey, I picked right. So we got 2 foils out of 7 packs. Not terrible. But that will conclude our journey with Realms of the Elf Lords tonight. Let's put our foils here. I'm going to sleeve up the rares on this real quick, though. Every one of them. Yeah, I'm looking at the corners. They all, like, the cutting process for these cards in the factory is... Like, you can, if you look real close, if it focuses, see that there? It looks like it's, like, nicked, but when you rotate it, it's actually clean there. It's just the way that they cut them. Realms of the Elf Lord's a little risky, though, because most of the cards in here are very not exciting, but the mains are the really exciting characters. Alright. So that will be all for Lord of the Rings tonight, but I have other stuff to open. That means let us conclude our Lord of the... I mean, we could keep the Lord of the Rings music going, honestly. But it looks like it's about to start looping. Okay, it's probably best to pause that now when the lyrics are coming in. So we'll open up some other random stuff. I think people liked Chaotic the last time I opened it, right? I've had this sitting around for a very long time. I picked out a random assortment of loose packs. We'll do that next. Let me just pick some different music that we want to listen to. Something a little more exciting. Let's do... Actually... Let's do this. You can play whatever. The Lord of the Rings music is pretty much destroyed this VOD anyway. Let's go with this. I don't think I've heard this one yet. I don't know if I want sleepy music right now, though. Field music? Oh, that would be good. RPG field music. Alright. So, let's do the booster packs first. I'm gonna do that pick out here. So the thing about Chaotic is you're not just hoping to get good super rares or ultra rares, you're also hoping for cards that have good stats, and that's what makes these kind of fun to open. I will only check the stats on super rares and ultra rares for the purpose of not taking forever here. But if you haven't heard, Chaotic is coming back. It's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. It's going to have a presence there, so... Who knows in what way it's coming back, but it is coming back. So the way these cards work is there will be different stats here. There's a range that these numbers can hit. So like say the minimum is 65, but the highest can go is 85. So just a theoretical thing here. So there's different random stats that you can get. So every card is unique and different. And then there'll be a different power as well. The power ranges from like, say this would be 45, 50, or 55. And that way you can get a card that's even more rare because the stats are really good. And then there's a code that you would use to put in to put the card online and using your decks online. That's how it works. Alright, so the rarities are up here. So this is, it's been a little bit since, I don't think I've actually really opened Zenith of the Hive much. But I think this is signifying a rare. I can double check that. Oh yeah, those are definitely rares because it's one back-to-back. So for example, the stats on this will all be random. The only thing about early Chaotic is they use cold foiling. And as you can see, if you don't hit the angle right, it's really dark. So you gotta like kind of move it around to see the art. But I'm gonna sleeve up any, even the rares, just to kind of keep them separate if it's a creature. The normal foils are like whatever. This is one of the cheapest sets out there. You're really just looking for certain ultra rares. Ultra rares are 1 in every 24 packs. I pulled one last stream actually. That was the first ultra I ever pulled for Chaotic. So that was kind of nice. But you can really see the card art once there's no foiling. And there will be at least 2 foils per pack. Supers are 1 in 3. Super rares. But that's like blinding, my goodness. It's like blinding me. Debani. So I'll check a lot of these stats off stream in my own time to see if I got any good ones. Like I said, I'm only going to check the more uncommon cards. Let me drink some water. I'm forgetting to drink. Chaotic cards are notorious for being hard to grade because just like out of the factory, these things are not super good quality. Almost nobody grades these with CGC, so I'm tempted to be like the first person to attempt to get a... I don't even think a single one is graded a Gem Mint 10, so there's no pristine 10s, but it would be kind of neat to try, be the first person to get one. And... Melody of the Meek. Still no super rare. Pretty cool show though. If you can get past the like really weird flash animation style for the beginning half of the show, it's still a pretty cool premise for like creature battler from the Pokemon Digimon kind of era. Man, look at the back of that card, that is rough. And you see why these are hard to grade. Fresh out of the pack, look at that. Good God. That's a cool one. So even these can be worth something. Say I get a card where like all of these are max, or like his power is max and 3 out of the 4 of these are max stat. Somebody might actually want that because it's max statted. Because people that play the game want the most powerful cards. Pillar Quake. And still no super rare. Garv. god. I keep hitting the touchpad on that. Nah, this is just random RPG music. Field music. Alright, last Zenith of the Hive pack. Hopefully it's a super. 1 out of 3 packs is supposed to be a super rare. Dubin. Parasite token. Yondaf. Nope. No super rares. But that's okay. It's like a big bug guy. Alright. Beyond the Doors. This is where I pulled my ultra rare from last stream. So the chance of there being another ultra rare is probably slim to none, but hopefully we get some good supers. Running a little low on Beyond the Doors, so I pulled out 2 packs. Oh, wow, that came sooner than the previous packs. Okay, so our rare Imaginary Walls and our other rare Ice Discs, so nothing crazy. Final one. Hopefully we get 1 super rare. We're going to open that starter deck, though, which can have something really big in there. Because there's exclusive starter deck foils that you can only get from the starter decks, and 2 of them are huge. Okay, last pack. Rare. Nime, and another rare Plasma Arrow. So, struck out on chaotic packs tonight. Used up all my luck with the ultra rare last time. Alright, starter deck. So I'm not an expert. This is my first time opening a starter deck for chaotic. But there will be a single card in here that's like a bonus card. And that bonus card can be an exclusive card that you can only get from the starter deck and not from booster packs. And some of them are very sought after. You can also pull cards from the booster packs in here as your bonus card. And some of them can also be really good. You can get the Maxor or the KR, which would be... Oh, sorry, this one... Actually, I'm not sure if you could pull Maxor from the Underworld decks. You should be able to. Whoa! Almost lost my camera. Oh, hold on. Stupid thing. This is my camera trying to adjust itself. It's like to recenter it, I gotta take this thing off and... Because I can't see it. Because I have it turned the other way. Alright, hold on. That should be good. I think... Now it's not centered. Alright, that should be okay. Could be better. There we go. Okay. It's a shame, it was a pretty nice mint condition box. But sometimes mint condition boxes are meant to be opened. Alright, so the only thing we really care about in here is what's in the starter deck. Obviously, they give you your typical stuff in here. Starter decks, playmats. Alright, so it looks like... I wish I knew... It looks like this is where our rare is going to be right here. And this plastic is pretty loose, which is good, because hopefully that means this will be easier to open. See if I can find a place to snag the plastic. go. Looks like I might have to try and cut. I don't trust this blade with that though. Of course, my nails are pretty short right now. Actually, hold on. Let's do a little bit of surgery with this instead. Perfect. Always gotta have different tools for this stuff. You never know what you'll need. Alright, so we literally just care about a single card in here. Let's see, I'm not sure where they're gonna be. I think this is it. I think these are the two hollows because you could even see how the coloring is different. So let me preemptively sleeve these. So maybe it is 3 different bonus cards and then one of them is like the super rare. Okay. It's possible that this is also the super rare, so I'm going to sleeve this as well. Yeah, I think this is actually it right here. It's already got scratches all over it. Okay. So let's just confirm. So these are just the normal cards that would come in here. This guy's cool. At least you finally get to see the art featured front and center. It's my first time opening one of these, so just go through it. A lot of spells and stuff. Apparently it's a really fun game to play. But you gotta be okay with you know, the whole different cards have different stats, so you can go up against one card that has different stats than what you got. Okay. Now, let's see what we got here. We'll save this one because I think that is the big one, and we'll see what these are. Yeah, okay, so these are the normal rares. Cyclance. Where it'll be like a foil title. Song of Geonova. Some of these, like I said, I'm not an expert, but some of these I think you can only get in the starter deck. And then Ikud. Let me see if Ikud is one that you can only get from starters. Let's see. Yep, it is. So that is a card that is only available in the starter deck. And then this is the big one. Unfortunately, it's got a nick on the bottom corner there. So obviously not really going to be gradable, but let's see what we got. Nope, Prince Mudinu. I don't think that's one of the ones that we want to see. Let's see. I think this is one that you can normally get from packs. Yeah, you can normally get him from packs. So not an exclusive one, but we'll check his stats and we'll see how we did. So let's see. I could search this real quick. Prince Mudinu. Okay, so here's his stats. The max he can have in courage is 65. I got a 60. Power. Oh, sorry. Courage, energy. Energy max is 50, so I got 40. I got minimum. Speed is 40 is the max, so I got max speed. Wisdom max is 80. I got 60. Power is 45. I got 25, which is minimum. And then courage is 65. I got 60. So that's how the stats work. So, not a crazy starter deck, but those things are pretty cheap, or at least they used to be. Oops. So that will conclude our chaotic opening. I always like chaotic. I know not everybody is familiar with it, but it's coming back, so be ready. It's coming. Alright, so what do we have that we can also do? We can open my Kickstarter Elestrals, which is pretty exciting because I can pull a stellar card in there, meaning a serialized numbered to 99 card. But with that, I do stop opening it once I pull the allocated 12 foils, because I think you can't pull anything above 12 foils per booster box for Kickstarter. But considering I put out that Elestrals video recently, look at this beautiful booster box, by the way. God damn, they do an amazing job on these boxes. Look at that. But really, the only reason you'd open this at this point is to go for the serialized stellar cards. There will be like 2 pretty good pulls you can get from here, guaranteed. But you're pretty much opening for the serialized card if you can get one. And the odds of getting those, I think, is like 1 in 15 booster boxes. However, I have not opened a stellar from one of these booster boxes before, so... and they all come from the same case. So my chances improve every time. If you're unfamiliar with Elestrals, you should check out my latest video. The creator sent me a very kind care package that I'm still in the process of still having stuff to open. Actually, you know, I was going to do videos for those, but we can, if people seem to like Elestrals enough, we can open this Kickstarter and then do one of the newer boxes on stream too. Just so you can see the difference of like how far it's come from the Kickstarter set to the 5th set that's out now. So if you're a big fan of like Pokemon, you're going to want to pay attention to this, because this is one of the best attempts at an indie TCG that kind of captures that feel. Here, I'm going to change my title. Just because we're not doing Lord of the Rings anymore. Get rid of my thumbnail. Apparently once you put a thumbnail up, you can't change it. Interesting. So whatever, we're gonna have a random thumbnail from last time. Alright, how many of you have never seen Elestrals open before? And look, they go the extra mile too. Oh yeah, by the way, this box topper has a chance of being serialized. I forget if it was 5 or 10, but I think it was 5 when they first started. There is a very small chance that you would get a essentially shiny variant that's serialized to 5 for the box topper. Of course, you never really expect that. But the box inside, the flap and the inside of the box, is not white like most other TCGs. It's got colors and logos. So they've always been a step above with the quality since the beginning. So this box is really tall. Like I said, so once I open 12 foils, which I believe is the maximum amount you can get from a booster box from Kick. Oh, that's right. Oh, these packs are brutal. Yeah, these are rough on the hands. I gotta use scissors for these. I forgot about these Kickstarter packs. They've gotten way better lately, though. But yeah, this will destroy my fingers. It's also really hard to open. So we're just gonna go the safe route. Okay, I don't remember. So this is like old school Pokemon style. So a 1 in 3 chance to have a foil per pack. So you're not guaranteed. I actually did play this briefly when the Kickstarter came out. Full Tempest, that actually used to be one of the biggest pulls you were looking for the meta decks at the time. Used to be about a $20 card. I'm not sure what it goes for now. But you can see they used the Elestrals logo in the foiling right there. Foiling goes to the edges. Kind of gets that old school Pokemon holofoil feel. And there's, like I said, a very rare chance that I will get a serialized card. Which is pretty much why I still open Kickstarter Elestrals. If I already pulled one, I would not open anymore. Because I still have not gotten that experience of pulling a Stellar serialized from this set. Clovey, Belichick, Earth Scouts, Ampup, another holofoil coming up. Quackle, Barabog, Titanostock, Blazers. Our foil is... Oh my, no way! I just hit a serialized Stellar. And that's the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted the most. Must Station, 79 out of 99. Holy crap. Oh my god, these things are so hard to pull from Kickstarter. Finally! I finally got a Stellar. This is my first ever Stellar from a booster box from Elestrals. All my other ones have come out of like a blister. No, sorry, Shattered Stars and the starter decks. Oh, that's the one I wanted. These things go for hundreds of dollars, by the way. Hundreds. I've got 3 of them now. My other 2 from future sets. You could actually see how they changed the holofoil on here too. I actually saw it coming too. I saw the speckled foil here, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I guess that's about to be like my Hollow Spirit or my Full Art card. Man, I'm so happy with that, finally. And that's the one I always wanted. So the way this works, you know how my Pokemon playthrough right now on Twitch? How I'm hunting shiny Pokemon? Shiny Stellar Elestrals are a different color. So it's essentially Elestral's version of a shiny. So Mustation is normally a different color, so here he gets a different color treatment. But you can see what they do with the holofoils. There it is. That makes me very happy. Finally. Let me see if I can put this in a card saver or a... let's see, do I want to put it in a top loader or a card saver? These card savers are a little scratched. Oh, where are my top loaders? I had top loaders. What the heck? Oh, there they are. Put that in the top loader. Well, now I can finally rest easy. I've had this box sitting in front of me for about a year now, looking at me every day. Are these sleeves too big? It's like wondering if that's the Stellar box or not. It's a little tight. Oh, I can't. These sleeves are a little too big. Okay, card saver it is. Just want a clean one. There we go. It's gonna be right there. I mean, I could keep opening because we still got the full art to hit out of this box. So that counts as a hollow, so we're up to 2 hollows. The only thing that would have made that better is if it was 1 of 99, or 99 and 99, or 69 and 99. Yeah, I'm on that Elestrals train right now, boy. That was the luck that I needed. And that's our first pack without a hollow, so this is the rare Krakatuga. It always bugged me too because I backed them on Kickstarter, because especially back then the booster boxes were pretty cheap on Kickstarter and you got a bunch of bonus stuff with it too. But I got a case of booster boxes, but you're still not guaranteed to get a serialized stellar in a case of booster boxes. How crazy it is. It's a little zoomed in, right? Yeah, but then again, you guys get to really see the cards. Carry on, and a lot of these Imperial. It's the rare. A lot of these cards have continued to see new versions, new releases, evolutions. They're doing an amazing job with the Elestrals. I only stopped collecting it because I started getting into other TCGs, and I can't do everything. But because the new MetaZoo has been a big disappointment, I seriously think Elestrals is going to be my MetaZoo. They got serialized cards, the quality is there, it's fun to play. MetaZoo, like, I love the way all these cards look. MetaZoo, I don't like the way all the new cards look. Also, these cards are super thick, by the way. We got a holo coming up. Pandora's Box. And they've gotten a lot better, too, in terms of, like, card quality as time has gone on, especially with colors. Like, this card will look a lot more vivid if it were released today. So you can't pull a second serialized in the same booster box. But there are still 2 hit cards in here, which is the full art. There's 1 full art per booster box. And then you get a holo spirit, which is essentially, like, think of it as your mana. So think of it like pulling a mana card, holo for magic, but you only get 1 per booster box. So those are pretty collectible. People tend to pay like $20, $30 for each one of those. Alright. Holo Ampharix. Sort of like a Moltres kind of looking card. Look at that holo. And that is the serialized I wanted. I'm so happy with that. I remember looking at the ones you can get and I'm like, man, would really love that Mustation. Just looks so good with the blue in the background with orange. That makes up for our not so great luck in Lord of the Rings earlier. Tire, Remigem, Waspire, Kindly, and the names of these cards are so fun to say too. So these, right? So these are the normal spirit cards. You can get this in a foil, 1 per booster box. For all the different spirit cards that exist. Essentially, like, you know, think of them as like the Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Pikachu. Like, they're kind of like iconic. Ooh, I just opened this one by hand. Maybe, watch, this is going to be the full art pack. There's some crunchy packs that I would not recommend opening by hand. The last time I did a booster box of 2 of these in a row, my fingers were all blistered up. But yeah, the names of these cards are really fun to say. Right, like P-Gust. Thunderstorm, Valkyries. And I know how to say all the names of these because I watched A-Drive open so many of these packs when this launched. Hearing him say the names so many times, like, I have no trouble with the names at this point. Jolton, Nimbug, Jartaya, Rumagem, Signectric, Ashrabbit, and our holo is Spinocyte. Yeah, I get to see the difference too. The newer cards are just so much more vivid compared to Kickstarter. They even did a reprinting of this in 2nd edition. Oh, I just got an error from YouTube saying that you guys are not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So if you have a bad internet right now, I guess lower the quality or something. But they did a 2nd edition that improved the print quality quite drastically. Scout, Smug. Oh yeah, this was an error pack in Kickstarter. The way it would work, you would always get in the same pack Scout, Smog, and then Seer, the evolutions all back to back, which is kind of funny. You would never get them separate. Chavalantis, Zephyrog, and our holo, another Ampharix. So it was fairly random. Actually, the randomness of this was detrimental sometimes, because I think some people would open a booster box and you can literally get like 4 or 5 of the same holo. Pretty cool if you get a rare one. Not really cool if you get one that's not so great, so that is a possibility that can happen, which was all ironed out after Kickstarter. Veritalk with Tadpuff, Ampup, Elichick, Quackle, Boombat, Lycavolt, Griffuse, and Exaltaires are rare. This card still always felt really good to kind of shift through. Warmite, Krakid, Nimbug, Zephyrog, Galaxy, Boombat, Majersa. How many holos are we up to? Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the Stellar, which I think does take a holo slot. So we have 6 more holos to go before I gotta stop opening. Because it's guaranteed 12. There's no... Unfortunately for Kickstarter, it was one of my biggest critiques. 12 every time, no matter what. So once you open 12 holos, there's no reason to keep opening. Later sets would fix that by having a variance to keep you kind of guessing. This guy was cool. I remember trying to make a deck with Gadabolt for the brief period I played. But they do have an app now for Elestrals Clash, which I have a code for too. I gotta try that out soon. Learn how to play on the digital app. Atlantis, Olympus, Aeolus, Earthseer, Zephyrog, Galaxy, and Majesty. No holo. Just gonna throw out the extras. Not for Elestrals Kickstarter. The only set I throw out extras for at this point would probably be old Metazoo, because they're pretty much worthless. When a booster box costs $10 to $15, yeah, you ain't hanging on to the bulk for that. And when, like, thousands, tens of thousands, if that booster boxes still exists, that haven't been opened yet, yeah, you just toss that in the garbage. Globby, I think there was a Stellar for that too. Flarachny. Come on, holos. The sooner we find you, the sooner I can keep pack sealed. Clovey, Necruff, Scout, Smog, Seer, see? Foamy, Ivory, Javalantis, Quilinx. It's been a bit since we got a holo. We're still going to get a holo Spirit, and we're still going to get a holo Full Art. Certain holo Full Arts are definitely a bit more desirable than others. And I still don't have a full set of this in Hollow, so maybe I'll get one I don't have if I can remember. Crackhead, Ashrabbit, Aramir, Sircoon. Oh, there he is. See, now you get to see. So there he is in rare. So here is normal Mustache on the left. And then think of it as the shiny version known as a Stellar Serialized on the right. So that's how it works. Nimbug, Pigas, Sorlet, Foamy, Ivory, Javalantis, Volcarius. Man, come on. This is a hollow dry spell. Also, my stack of cards here is getting completely out of hand. Gonna have to move this soon. I'm gonna knock that down by mistake. These cards are like twice the thickness of a Pokemon card, so the stack of bulk starts to get really out of hand sometimes. This was another problem with Kickstarter. You would typically get these cards back to back to back in the same pack. Lycavolt, Grifuse, Sparkit, Caprigal, and still no hollow, man. I've gone like, what, 8 packs without a hollow? Like Lord of the Rings all over again. Drepsoleth, Golden Apple of Discord, and in case you can't tell, this is like themed around mythology. In case you can't really tell, Greek mythology and such. Signetric, Krakatuga, still no hollow. Tedpuff Sorlet, Clydesdale. Nope. They might make me go through every pack, which is rare. Don't typically have to do that. Flaracne. Alright, I gotta move these cards out of here. Give me a second. Pile is getting completely out of hand. I have more bulk from one booster box of Elestrals that I'm not even done with yet than that entire box opening for Lord of the Rings and the extra packs. Hold on. Okay. Clean up the mess here. First here, let me move my mic back. Thunderstorm was always a good card back then. Lidogon. Oh, there's our Hollow Spirit. So that is 1 per booster box. You get one of the spirits that you typically get in every pack in hollow form. And people, I think it's like, what, 20 of each that you would need for a deck, so people collect these to try and build out their entire deck with just that. Still got that full art waiting for us in here somewhere. I think we're up to what, 7 hollows? So 5 more to go. This is old school Pokemon holo rates, by the way. So if you were opening up a booster box of Pokemon, like one of the Wizards of the Coast sets, this is how it would feel. Because this is 1 in 3 packs. Old school Pokemon was also 1 in 3 packs. So this is technically the chance that you would have of getting a holo represented with this opening. Speaking of which, since my last stream, a lot of those Topps cards that I opened, I sleeved up a ton of them. Even if they're not going to all be sent off at the same time, just so they're sleeved up and top-loaded. Or not top-loaded, card-savered. But I went through and I picked out the really nice ones for the Topps Pokemon cards to send off for grading at some point. I don't know when that'll be. Pretty soon, though, hopefully, because my membership will expire in August. But what's really cool is I sorted all of them, and most of the cards I had an evolution set. So, like, if a Pokemon was a Stage 2 evolution, I had a pair of that I would send off sequentially to try and get, like, both of them in a Gem Mint 10. Stage 3 evolution. So, for example, I would send off a Bulbasaur, a Venusaur, and a Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur together. Or I would send off, like, a Venonat and a Venomoth together to try and, like, get the pair. That's the kind of stuff I did. So that'll be a really fun one to get back and go through. Oh my god, all the holos are on the bottom of this booster box. Is that a crab with a mustache? Yep, his name is Mustation. In other words, it's a play on mustache and crustacean. They do a lot of punny kind of names. It's a very rare serialized card that I pulled from this box, finally. You can see it's number 79 and 99. These are about 1 in every 15 to 20 booster boxes. So, finally, got one from a booster box. Alright, it looks like we might be stumbling on a full art here. Let's see. Looks like it. And, okay, it's one of the better ones you can get. One of the Divine Gods. It's not an Elestral, but when it comes to the collectability, these are the ones that are more sought after. There was a point in Kickstarter, it may still be the same way, where this guy and one more were sort of like the chase cards. So we pretty much just pulled the chase full art. I think they're still somewhere in the realm of $80 to $100 each for these cards. It's Aeolus. So that means we have pulled all of the guaranteed like hit cards, but there are still a few more holos in here. So let's see, we've got one. So these are the 2 1 per box that you're guaranteed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's still 4 holos in here. And honestly, there's like, I don't know how many more packs left, but well, we'll keep going until we hit those 4 other holos. Circle the Sky. I have a playmat of that card. I think this might be my first time opening Kickstarter Elestrals in a stream. I don't remember. Actually, no. I'm pretty sure I did 1 or 2 of these in the past on a stream. Trifernal. Kind of like a Cerberus type Elestral. What carries? Got another holo coming up. Aphros. Oh, this is another one. There's a serialized Aphros that looks awesome. If I were to get another serialized, that's probably the one or stellar, that's the one I'd want. So I think that's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more holos in here. But we're pretty much down to the bottom of the box anyway. I'll probably just end up opening the final packs. Just to finish off the box. Ambrosia. So that means there should be one more, but just to put it to the test, I'll probably open up the remaining packs. Just to show you what I mean, where there's not 13. Yeah, because there's literally 2 packs left. Alright, which one will have the holo? I'm gonna say this one. It's been a while since I had to go down to the final packs to get my holo. Whoa. I don't know why that pack felt extra thick. Guess these cards are just that thick, I was just shocked by it. And nope, we go to the final pack. And there it is, another Aphros. See that? 12 exactly. So once you hit 12 holos, no reason to keep opening. The Stellar takes the place of one. But what an amazing opening. This is one of the best pulls I've ever had from a booster box right here. Only 99 copies exist. Very hard to pull one of these, like I said. There's no verified odds, but you're not guaranteed to get one in a case of 12 booster boxes. So the odds are more like 1 in 15, 1 in 20 booster boxes. So that's a good pull. I was very nervous that my case would not have a Stellar. I was going to be very disappointed. But that's why I went with a case, because I figured at least it would somewhat hopefully help guarantee one, but you're still not guaranteed. We're going to put that guy off to the side. Yeah, I've literally had this box sitting like underneath my TV that I stream on all the time. So every time I come in the stream, I always look at it and I say, is today the day? Am I going to open it? But I got burned on so many other Kickstarter boxes, I was like, nah, not today. Finally. Pick the right box. Alright, so I'm going to open up, since all of you just watched Kickstarter Elestrals, we're going to open one of their newest sets. This isn't the newest, this is the one that came out in January, but just so you can see how far they've come. Now you can see the difference between the art and the foiling and the coloring. I'm going to put on some Elestrals music. Should be an Elestrals playlist. They actually have some pretty good hype music. They have their own music, which is cool. Let's see, this one here has 17 videos. Oh, 11 are unavailable or hidden? Are you serious? Someone else has got to have a playlist up here, right? What? It's the only one. Elestrals app TCG. Okay, this one has quite a few videos. The music is actually pretty good. I think you guys will be surprised. Get a little bit more hype music in here. Okay, so same deal with this. You can get stellar serialized cards. But I'm pretty blind when it comes to like how many hollows you might get. Other goodies that may like pop up in here. So yeah, this will be fun. I opened their Daybreak set. And then the next set that came out was this one. But I have not opened Moonres. So there's still a very, very rare chance to get another serialized card in here. And of course the booster box is high quality as ever. Oh, box topper. Chance to be serialized, by the way. Nope, but still a really cool one. Posthumous. Posthumous. It's a nice one. I'm gonna just see if I can zoom this webcam out just a tad. Give me a second. It's a little close. I think that's better. Much better. Still 36 packs. We'll open every pack in this one because it's not just 12 hollows. There's a chance to be more than 12. I think it's a little bit more varied. Alright, so let's take our time because I haven't seen all these yet. Bellowbee, Schnark, Werepup, Bandaloon, Aardvark, and Comelise is our first hollow. Cards feel very similar, but slightly better in the hands than the Kickstarter. Let's see, actually, let's see if they've improved the ability to open these. Still pretty... I mean, these are high quality wrappers. These are not like the Lord of the Rings ones from before that pretty much melt in your hand. But I think I may still opt for the scissors. So a lot of these are actually kind of plays on previous cards you saw on Kickstarter, like Drakid, Hardbud, Fearheart, Pelumbra, Hypossum, Oystillery. So it's like an oyster, but it big cannon on him. Try another one by hand, see how it feels. Not bad. See, Elestrals music pretty catchy. Cockray, Armadon, Luxemere. Yeah, and I don't know what the stellars are going to be from here either. So I'll just be nice and surprised. Doppelgator. And we'll open some Pokemon after this. So make sure you stick around. Got some more loose packs. Which you know what that means. Time to get nervous if they're in good condition or not. So these have a really nice matte finish. I really like the way these new ones feel. Arrowsdale. New version of Gladesdale. Oh, I like that. Starbit. Electrify. Windgen. Carrion. Snowlet. Cedarsaur. Cactobrum. And Oistrus. Magnurus. So this is our hollow slot right here, the rare. The way you tell the rarity is the way this little symbol is down here. When it's fully closed with a dot in the middle, that's your rare. Nobby. There's a plush of that guy. Fawnlet, Voldusk, that's the plush that they sent me. Gloombat, Toxiri, Werepup, Bandaloon, and a Torchin. Haven't seen this guy yet. So it's like a metal beetle with a torch on its head or something. That's certainly different. But the color is just so much more vivid on this. I'm gonna wait until I get a good example. We'll compare it to the Kickstarter. Kickstarter unfortunately had like a little bit of faded colors. The blacks were not super black, the reds were kind of like muted. Electronite, Titanic Strike, Aspirel, I really like that one, and Necrolith. So there's going to be a lot of like creepy, darker kind of cards in this set. This guy's got a couple of skulls on his head. Because each set will be kind of themed around a certain type of Elestral, and this one is with the lunar cards. Okay, no hollow in that one. Morfrost. Oh, that guy has all different types of forms. Yeah, there's some cards with like they like shapeshift into different forms, which is kind of neat. Goldusk, Gloombat, Havocub, Drekid, Pelumbra, Possum, and Tornadogen. That's one of the hollows I got from my blister packs in the video. Hollow rate is already feeling a lot better than that Kickstarter box. But I think it is just a little more random with being in your favor a bit more. There is a possibility you may only get like 10 hollows if they're still following that 1 in 3. But there is a chance that you get more than 12, so see what happens. That's the challenge when you like say, okay, hollows are 1 in 3 packs, but then you like don't want to guarantee just 12. How do you fix that? That's a really nice one. Aurora Borealis and Titan. I'm not sure what like the big pulls would be from this set. So I could pull like the chase card that everybody wants right now. I'd have no idea. And a lot of hollows, and we're still in the upper half of the box. Clovey, Cactubrawl, Cinder, Werepup, Bandaloon, Artivum, Night Venom is our rare. And these cards are so much easier to get out of Moonres than Kickstarter. Sturbit, Electronite, Titanic Strike, Aspirel, Fulgorix. See that? Elestrals music ain't bad. Now we're starting to see a bit more doubles. Pulvivore. Pulveroar. Sure, they still do the Hollow Spirit in here too, which we haven't seen yet. And then of course there'll be the full art. I don't know if you can get more than one full art. I don't know if they've changed that in these more recent sets. We'll find out. I would guess probably just one. The evolutions back to back. So, man, for a second there, I thought I hit a serialized. It looked so badass. I was like, that's gotta be serialized. But no, just a normal holo. I knew I liked Starbit. There's his evolution. That's a cool evolution for Starbit. Starbit Supernova. Got a holo coming up. Looks like it has full art potential. No, it's not. It is a carry-off. It's like a praying mantis, dark praying mantis character. Carry on is the unevolved form, and then carry off is the evolved. I love what they do with the names in this. There he is on the pack art. Could you guys imagine if Pokemon did serialized cards? We were talking about this on my stream the other night. It's like, what would they need to serialize them to make them doable with how many they print? But they probably couldn't do it because of how much they reprint cards. Ah, Posthumous, that looks so cool. That might be my favorite Elestral from this set. I think there's a reason he's featured on the box art. Yeah, because they really couldn't do serial in normal Pokemon cards because they just printed into the ground. But, oh god, I would kill for a Pokemon to partner up with Topps again. How, oh my god, those cards, I swear, if they partnered with Topps again and did serialized cards, I think it would be... You think it's chaos right now at Pokemon? Man, it would be uncontrollable trying to get those packs. If they put like one of ones in there. Hollow Blizzstrix. That's another really cool one. Check that out. Alright, let me move this bulk. Give me a moment. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we still got a bunch of packs to go. I don't know what they did with the randomization in here, but this feels way better than that Kickstarter box. That Kickstarter box with that dry spell in the middle where I didn't get a holo for like 10 packs felt really bad. However, this is randomized, feels so much better. Oh, Snow looks cute. I have a feeling there's probably a stellar of that in here. Cactobrum, Oistress, Salishade. You know what I like too? The rares kind of like look and feel like rares in this. They feel like they're sort of like a powerful Elestral. And I will be opening the last booster box that they sent me, the exact name on it for you guys. It's like just out of reach. Divine Champions Firestorm. That booster box will be opened in a video. Ectopossum. That's a new one. But there's always just something nice about a TCG that has just a small chance at those really rare cards, and there's just something about a serialized card that I really like that kind of puts any TCG a step above that does them. Just makes it a little bit more exciting to open. Ooh, that's a cool one. Owloon, cute as hell by the way, but check this one out. Corvus Skull. It's a crow with a bunch of skulls in the background. You've been thinking about getting some Pokemon 151 stuff? You mean like the English 151 packs? Yeah, it's been a very long time since I opened one of those. A little too pricey for me at the moment for that, for modern Pokemon. I don't know, it just feels bad having to spend like over $10 on a pack like that when I can just spend a little bit more and open like a Topps pack or something. That's the way I look at it. Final Fantasy, I've been trying to get that new set, but it's kind of sold out everywhere. Tears of the Planet. I have some other Final Fantasy TCG I can open, but not that late. That latest set looks really nice. And Fornax is our rare. Plus you got that Aerith card that you can get in there that's like $1,000. It's a really nice looking set. I gotta find my binder for Opus 1, and there were some cards, some singles I bought. I gotta find where I put them and like finish putting my binder together so I can see what cards I'm missing. Because I'm so close to a triple holofoil master set for Opus 1. Hollow of Violeth? Oh my god, please. Keep tapping that stupid thing, it's so sensitive. Where do I recommend you start? That's up to you. Certain sets are way better than others. Certain sets won't feature like any cards from really popular Final Fantasies, and they'll give you just like a bunch of 14 cards. So if you like Final Fantasy 14, you're in luck. But the last set that I opened that caused me to take a really long break was, I think it was called Beyond Destiny. I do not recommend you do that set. Because that one was filled with a bunch of weird cards, like sets, series in Final Fantasy games that I was just not into. Honestly, the Tears of the Planet set looks really good. That's the latest set. Dragolus. Oh, that's a really cool one. Colors just so pop on that so much. Here, let me pull out one of the Kickstarter cards so you can see the color difference. So here's Kickstarter on the left, and here's the second to last set on the right. So you can just see the reds. The colors are so much more vivid. Way better detail and coloring on the right. Back of the card looks pretty similar. This one looks a little darker colors. This one's a little more washed out. How many hollows am I up to? You can do Opus 1, but that's pretty expensive, and a lot of people don't like Opus 1 because it's got like very basic looking cards, but I love it. Opus 1's always my favorite. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hollows. Also, thing to keep in mind, I think starting with Opus... It was either 8 or 9, I think it was 9. Opus 9 started inserting full art cards. So prior to Opus 9, you don't get full arts, like guaranteed hits per box with like a full art, 1 or 2 full arts. Usually I think it was 2. Cryptaurus is our rare. So if you would like the idea of full arts being like a chase in your booster boxes, keep that in mind. But you know, some of the older sets are just fine. They're really cheap. Opus 3 and 4, especially 4 and 5 are very cheap. You can get a booster box of Opus 5 for like $60, $50, $60. It just may not have the most exciting cards, and none of the cards you pull will be really worth much. Joblin is our rare. If you're a big fan of Final Fantasy VII, then Opus 11 is a really crazy one to open, but it's very expensive. But it's got like the full art Tifa's and Clouds and Sephiroths and stuff. Gardon. Still, we've hit every pack has been a unique rare. I don't think I've had any doubles yet on rares, which is nice. Not nice if you're looking to build a playset, but nice for the variety. Toxery, Havacub, Drakid, Rookie Wrath. Oh, got our full art coming up. Tornadigen. Very cool. Wow. Look at the coloring on that background. So let me show you the normal of him versus the full art. So here is his normal. Here's the full art. Quite an upgrade. Yeah, they don't play around with the full arts in Elestrals. Now I don't know, that could be a big hit full art, not sure. Typically the divine style cards are usually, like the gods and stuff, are big, but I'm not sure what's in this set. We're going into it kind of blind. More fun that way. You're leaning towards FFTCG. Yeah, if you like Final Fantasy, FFTCG is the way to go. Way more affordable to open than that Magic the Gathering set, too. I'd recommend going on TCG Player and looking at the cards for each set and kind of deciding which one has cards that appeal to you more. Oh, so there is Artemis. So there probably are full arts of Artemis and other divines. So I think this is like our 12th holo? 13th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So that's how much I would have gotten from Kickstarter, but now let's see if we get any extras. Because it's not guaranteed that you only get 12, I believe, in these packs. Lunar Phase is our rare. Haven't seen that one yet either. And this bulk pile is getting crazy. It's the one downside with Elestrals using thicker, higher quality cards is that like you need more boxes to store them. Bellaby, Schnark, Starbit, Fairheart, Volumbra, and Distillery. It's like the first rare double we have. Still have 5 packs. I feel like we're gonna get, I'm gonna call 14 holos. Okay, another holo. And it's a counter Lunar Phase. So that's nice. Finally a pack or a booster box of more than 12. Let's see if I'm right. Magnarus is our rare. Alright, we're down to our final pack. This will be our 14th holo if we get a holo in here. See if we can do it, or if we're stuck with 13. Final pack stellar hype, maybe? Ooh, it is a holo. Oh, that's right, I forgot we're supposed to get a spirit. Final pack is the spirit, my goodness. That's a cute one, though. Flurmine is from the Frostfall set. So we didn't get the Owloon, which I would assume is probably the big one that everybody wants from this set, but there's our guaranteed spirit holo. So 14 holos from that booster box, plus the box topper. Not bad. Fun box opening experience as always with Elestrals. Here's a quick recap. So we got our box topper, which I'm not gonna lie, is probably my favorite art of this box. Like, that box topper is amazing. It is so cool. Okay, so we got our Flurmine. Lunar Phase, our full art Tornadogen. The normal. Dragless, Avolith, Blistrix, Carryoff, Starbit. Probably my third favorite after the full art. Necrolith, Torchin, Comalus, and Artemis. Very fun. So I'll be doing the other booster box in a video. So just stay tuned for that. Let me clean up this mess here. Here's what we're doing next. Change my title. These were pretty cheap. I'm a little worried. These are only about $20 a pack. From somebody that doesn't really seem like they sell trading cards, so I'm really hoping these were stored appropriately. You guys know the deal with these Topps cards by now. Sometimes it's a nightmare. And I did try the method where I took previously stuck cards and I put them in the freezer to try and unstick them, which did help, but ultimately I was still unable to separate them fully. And it started like cracking, the hollow started to like crack. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if that was how it was before or because of the freezing, but I had it in there for hours and I kept checking it and like working it off little by little, put it back in. So yeah, the freezing method not guaranteed. It helped a little bit, but couldn't separate fully. So pretty much if I get stuck cards, I'm pretty much screwed. The only method I haven't tried yet is the heating method, but I'm not convinced that's going to be any better. Oh god, I don't like the way this is packed in here already. That pack looks brutal. That corner is... yeah. Why would they put one pack separate from the others? I don't know. eBay sellers, I swear. Oh, I see what they did. Anyway. I'm not super hopeful. But I wanted to open these before I send off my stack of cards to get graded, just in case these are fine and we get something good. KB Toys sticker, yeah. $3.99 or $2.99. So we'll do the brutal pack first. Change our music. Put it right in there. God damn. Sorry about that. This person's playlist is way louder than everybody else's. soon as Pikachu screamed in my ear, I knew it was trouble. Alright. What are the chase cards for tops? Anything with popular Pokemon. So Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, Ash, Misty, the starters. Obviously, if you're pulling a Rattata, it's not going to be good. Alright, so the thing with these cards, for those that are unaware, they tend to be stuck together, especially when you buy loose packs. Corners tend to be dinged a lot, but more scarily, cards tend to be stuck together. So I'm going to pull this out of here and pray that they come apart easily. Otherwise, I'm just screwed. Like, there's really not much you can do. It's the chance you take with these. Okay, so the first card in the pack, as I suspected, has denting on it. You are guaranteed a foil in these packs, by the way. It looks like we're getting one right back there. It's not going to be a Pokemon, it's going to be a screenshot card. But you can see right here. Luckily, it's not a good card. Okay, these are not... the movie packs, by the way, are some of the cheapest, because overall people just don't really want these screenshot cards too much, but there are normal Pokemon cards in here. They're not stuck, but they're kind of like... Just gotta be careful here. They're just a tiny bit of stickage. I think the foil's on the back. I'm gonna... If I flip it over, it's gonna spoil it. What's going on here? Okay, there's a tiny bit of sticking here. Oh, you know what? I think it's from that dent. Okay, we do have a sticker card. Okay, this is tough. I think we're just gonna do hollow from the back just so that I stop handling it. So, are you ready? Let's see what we got. Not a super exciting hollow. Oh no. Is this card stuck to the back of it? Ash's Sacrifice. Spoilers. Corner's dinged up here a little tiny bit. Let's see what we got behind it. We do have a Pokemon card. Oh, nice. I have one of the only cards I got back in a pristine from my grading submission from Topps, which are really hard to get pristines in, was Dragonite. So now I got the Dragonair. I will send that in for grading, but the bottom corner here is a little lifted. So I'd have to look this over. And unfortunately, because this was the back card, it has a dent right there as well. So if I were to grade this, it would probably get like a 7. Unfortunately, that pack was kind of brutalized in its age. Let's see what else we got in here, though. Maybe the cards in the middle are a little more protected. Slight sticking. Nope. Sticker card just fell out. So you can get one of these with like Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. This one here is obviously Team Rocket, not one of the more desirable ones. But this is a peel-off sticker. Success. Not really. These ones here, not coming apart the best. It's like they're not, I could definitely get them apart if I'm really careful without any damage. Just gotta be very careful. Don't cry about it. This one here is pretty stuck. Let's go careful, slowly. Does this make any of you nervous watching me? Look at this. Ooh, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that one. You know what it is? This is like it melted this card to the other one. Oh man, and that was one of the cool ones too. Yeah, the denting actually pushed this card into here, and like it ripped off onto here. That was one of the best movie cards you can get to. The lineup. Oh well, but we got the Dragonair even though it's not the best. All right, let's get this other movie pack out of the way. Okay, no denting on this one. Rebellion. Stuck to another card. Alright, we're gonna just like, the ones that are stuck we're gonna put right here. The Tears of Pokemon and also the people opening these packs 25 years later. Dent corner. I just never like the coloring on these cards. It looks like it's yellowed. Really bad screenshot quality. Oh, we got a die cut card. Oh boy. Those are both good and bad because they tend to really stick to whatever card they're in front of, which is usually the holo. Alright, our die cut. Oh, it's a Blastoise, and it's not stuck? Holy smokes. Wait, is it stuck? It's not. Oh my god. Oh, he looks pretty clean. These are so hard to grade. Our holo, not a bad one. Mechanical Mewtwo. Something behind it. Well, I'm happy with this. Can't believe this survived getting its corners dinged. These are so hard to get in good condition. Because look at the corners. Usually that gets like dented, but it actually looks... Wow. Oh no, damn. It was so close. There's a little white mark in the top corner. Shoot. That was so close to a 10. Darn. Is that on the card or that? Yeah, I think it's just chipped off. Yeah, that would probably be like a 9 at the most. I might still grade it honestly because the front is so good. And the corners are really good. Maybe they'll see past it. Alright, let's see what we got behind here. Oh! The double wombo combo. Corners are a little dinged. It's the first time I've opened a lot of these Topps movie packs, and I've never pulled the Blastoise. So that's kind of cool. Did I say one of these is stuck? Yeah, this one. Okay. save those later. Alright, now for the scariest packs. These ones are so brutal because they tend to have sticker cards that are just like, you cannot separate them. Unfortunately, it's just... These packs that are really old, unless they were stored in like a loose tin or box or something, just the pressure pushes that sticker card so hard. So we're actually hoping to not get a sticker card unless it's guaranteed, I don't remember. Die cut and emboss cards, animation stick-ons, and clear cards. So there's some cool clear cards you can get from here. Like the Charizard. I've already pulled a Bulbasaur. But these are brutal. These tend to always be stuck for me. So we'll see what happens. Oh, that's right. The foil's on top. I forgot about that. At least we got a pretty cool foil, though. Check that out. Mystery at the Lighthouse. It's actually pretty nice. I had one of these too that was stuck. Alright, we're gonna have to like put this down here. That's a sticker card, so it's already sticking, of course. Let's see what we can do here. So that sticker card prevented the other cards from sticking, but this is a solid brick. Oh, wait, hold on. Oof. Not the one you want. Cassidy. No damage. Just gotta be really easy. And these ones will have actual Pokemon cards. Okay, we've separated the holo. Get that in the sleeve. It's a nice one. I'm not seeing... Oh, there's some corner damage, edge damage down here. Little corner ding. This is why these are so hard to grade. You see a pristine in these cards, boy. Very rare. A little bit of damage down here. Yeah, unfortunately that's like causing corner damage. I might opt to freeze these ones since they're not too bad. But like, these ones are stuck just enough where if I go to peel them, it will do stuff like this. Unfortunate. No, this is just the age of the cards, and depending on the temperature in which they're stored in, it can make it worse over the years. Yeah, these have the same thing, so unfortunate. So like, if I were to keep pulling this, it's gonna break off the cards together, but they're not too bad. Like, I might be able to salvage this if I put it in the freezer. So I'm gonna try and resist breaking this apart, as tempting as it is. But we got a seal, and it looks like a Marowak or something in there. Welcome to Vintage Topps cards. Let's see what we got here. I'm assuming this one's gonna be just as bad. This is why you gotta buy these in the tins. The tins and the booster boxes. Even like the tins are usually the best for me because the pressure placed on the packs in the tins is not as bad as like a booster box, and then they're not hit with the elements like these ones are. Like, you don't know how these were stored. Ugh, shoulder. I think I actually already got a Gem Mint 10 on the shoulder. Hollow. Yeah, you can see. Oh, we got an Ash on the back. But these are really not too stuck, which is why I think I can salvage them. Yeah. Unfortunately, that stickage cause, you can see it top there, right where the glare is. The cards kind of like come off on one another. So I'll see what I can salvage. They gave me a non-hollow shoulder. I guess I can't peek and see what these are, unfortunately. Ugh. Struck out on these ones. And then we got a muck. Goodness gracious. Some of the card selection in these packs are not the greatest, but we can't see what ones are in the middle. I'm gonna have to freeze these. Let's see if that helps it, or heat them up or whatever. But thankfully these were pretty cheap, these packs. I took a chance. It is what it is. That's what you get with tops sometimes. But that's what makes them fun to open, because sometimes you get ones that are mint, no sticking, no corner damage, and you're like, yep, these are going straight off the grading. Alright. Ugh. Let's see. I guess I typically do a couple of 151 Japanese packs every stream, right? All the hit cards are still in here. Have not pulled anything crazy yet. Master Ball is still in here. We'll do... how many packs are left? We'll do 2 packs. Now we'll do 3. This box has lasted me so long. These cards feel so thin and cheap now compared to all the other TCGs I've opened. Please don't be the Master Ball, please. Okay, thank God. Oh, it's Erica. That wouldn't have been a bad one. Thought it was like the apple or something. Half-eaten apple. I like that drowsy art. I actually never really paid attention to the drowsy in this set. It's kind of nice. Muck. Man. All the good stuff is still definitely hidden in this box. I don't think I pulled anything crazy from here yet. Alright, Master Ball's coming up. Unfortunately, it looks like it's gonna be a item card or something. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's like worse than the apple. Gosh. I don't even remember this card in this set. So for those that don't know, there's a single Master Ball in these Japanese 151 booster boxes. Could have been any of the Pokemon, but no, it had to be a balloon. Gotta be joking. Alright, we gotta do one more pack. Wash that taste out of my mouth. Maybe get a full art or something. Get the Mew. I called it too, but I called the wrong thing. So I don't even remember that balloon being a thing. Not close. This is why sometimes I like buying the loose packs from Japanese sellers, because from those, while they usually pick out like the good full arts, sometimes I get multiple Master Balls from them, because they don't really care about the Master Balls too much. They just keep opening until they get like the big full art hit card, which I forget what they call it in Japanese. So you'll sometimes get pretty lucky and get multiple Master Balls. But haven't done that in like 2 years, because these Japanese packs now are not as cheap as they used to be. Used to be pretty cheap. I got one more thing I can do. It's not really a sealed opening per se, but it is something different that I think you guys will like if we get enough Pokemon people here. Okay, so this is something I've had sitting around now since September last year. I like to age my stuff like fine wine, just waiting for that right moment. Change my title real quick. Alright, so this is a Pokemon mystery box that I bought on eBay last year. I'm just going to take it out of the envelope, but this is what it's in. Literally have not peeked. But it's got my address and stuff on the other side, so I just want to make sure I don't mistakenly flip that over. So I'm just going to take out what's inside here and just put it down on the table. Might spoil like one thing. So I'm not sure what's going to be in here, to be honest with you. I don't even remember how much I spent on this. But this was from that one seller where I did a video and they actually like made a really good mystery box. So we'll save this for last. I'm sure there's a reason it's in its own envelope. At least I'm pretty sure this came with the mystery box. I'm pretty sure it was. It was just sitting around. I'm pretty sure it was part of it. So I guess we'll just go down the stack. I was gonna do a video on this, but this will be the way we close out the stream. So I guess they sent me a McDonald's pack. I've never opened one of these ones, I don't think. Is this one of the newer ones? Yeah, I don't remember this pack art. Actually, this is what originally got me back into Pokemon cards and trading cards in general. Was I went to McDonald's years ago to get like one of the McDonald's trading card packs, and I pulled a holo Charmander, and that was literally the first Pokemon pack I've opened since my childhood, and I got the Charmander, so I'm like, you know what? It's time. Down the rabbit hole from there. So let's see what we get from this. I'm not sure what's going to be in this one. It's actually a really nice pack art. Oh my god, you gotta be joking me. Is that... I think that's the same one that I got. Just that this one has the 25th logo on it. Is this the same one that I opened? I can't remember. I think this is a different one. I can't believe they gave me the Charmander again. That's so funny. I always like the foil they did on the McDonald's ones. So Charmander's probably one of the better pulls you can get, I would imagine. So that's fun. Alright, let's see what we got in here. We're going to flip this over so it doesn't spoil the cards as we go. Oh, we got a graded card from PSA. Okay, we'll save that for later. Guess we'll do this one first. This is probably more bulk. So this will probably be the lower value cards first. I might need to just cut this. And they're pretty tight. I think it was supposed to be a vintage mystery pack for the most part. So we'll see what we got in here. I'll inspect the condition It's actually pretty nice shape. Definitely near mint condition on that. And you'll have to forgive me, I'm really bad with, like, I can't look at a symbol and know what set it's from. I do remember this. I was actually hunting for this card on eBay. Like, for the reverse holo. I really like the Pikachu art on that card. Another definitely near mint card. These are very nice. Totodile. I'm going to assume there's probably not going to be much first edition in here. Yeah, very nice condition. Very happy with the condition. I'm sure some of these are actually going to be gradable. I'll have to really look through these. Some of these might be gradable. I've sent some cards off that I got from mystery boxes before that got pretty good grades. Oh, I haven't seen that Pikachu art before. Rocket. These are definitely looking near mint to mint. I'm not seeing any really edgeware on these. Oh, there's a tiny little crease up there in the CV. Yeah, so you gotta like go over these with a fine comb brush for sure. But overall, really nice first edition Voltorb. A little bit of denting up here. Also, some of this I'm not sure if it was because they would pack so tightly together. First edition Sleep. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get some trainers in the first editions. Alright, now it looks like we got a stack of first editions here. Dirk Machoke. Pretty nice. Charmander. Dark Golduck. Somebody wanted $20 for a first edition Oddish? That can't be right. Nice condition, though. Definitely near mint. Another Voltorb. Never do a TCG eBay edition. And probably not on a normal stream. Dratini. Not bad. A little bit of corner wear here. It's still very good. Rhymer. A little bit of wear on that one more than the others. Forget what set that's from. That's a nice Blastoise. Good art. Aerodactyl. Cool Aerodactyl. Very pleased with the condition on these. Very clean. Alright, let's see what these ones are in the sleeves. Magmar EX. Got a bit of a scratch, it looks like, or is that a hair? Oh, that's on the... That's not on the card, that's on the sleeve. I think this is actually the first Pokemon card that I own with this kind of holo pattern, to be honest. It's pretty cool looking. Wow, not bad condition either, holy crap. Look at that. No white dots, really. sure the front's got some scratching. Sneasel. Front looks pretty good on like even just keeping it in the card saver at first glance. Damn. No white dots on the edges. Smeargle, wow, okay. Centering is a little heavy on the left. Still pretty good. A little bit of white dot here. A little bit of whitening there, but still. This looks like you could, like, just first glance, assuming there's not a lot of scratching on the hollow or anything like that. This looks like it could pull like a 9. 8.5 maybe. So there is a giant scratch on the hollow on the front here. Not a deep one, but you can see it right there. So the scratching on the foil would probably keep this from going above an 8. But the back is pretty nice. And we got Topps cards. Look, Topps cards that are not stuck together. It's like we can recreate opening those packs from earlier. Zubat doesn't look too bad, actually. Coughing. Is this Topps Chrome? I don't have many Topps Chrome. This might actually be my first one. Couple hairs in there. Actually looks pretty mint. Looks like it's packed fresh. I might just send that off to get graded. Rhyhorn. There's a first edition as well for sprinting. Doesn't look bad. Eradicate. Jirachi. Ooh. Oh, I like that Goldeen. I like the Deoxys set. I like this style of reverse hollow. This is something that I would buy on eBay. Like the kind of thing I'd be looking for. Look at that hollow pattern. And this person definitely has a cat or something. Not bad condition either. Damn, that reverse just hit you in the face, boy. Boom. So much foil. Ludicolo. A little bit of a dent down there. Definitely near mint condition, however. Bannet. They apparently wanted $12 for this at some point. Got a swirl. Oh my god, look who it is. Some of you may realize why this is so coincidental. Because I literally just caught the shiny for this in Pokemon last night. Scarlet and Violet. I'm doing a shiny only playthrough of Violet. Where I play through the game only with shinies at full odds. So 1 in 4,096. And I just caught the hell's the elephant's name? Forget his name. But I just got this guy. So that's kind of cool. Magmortar, getting the whole evolution line. Nice hollow fly on that. Tiny white dot up here, but otherwise near mint. And then the Ampharos EX. Probably the most modern card in here. Alright. Now let's find out. Oops. What the PSA card is. I guess we'll do what everybody else does. Just take one of these cards. Cover the grade. Please don't be a trainer, please. Oh, that's cool. I wasn't expecting that. So, let's see. There's like some weird problem going on with the holo up here. You can kind of see holo specking. Holo looks pretty good at first glance, though, like the actual holo. The back. Not bad centering. Looks like there might be something on, like a little speck there. Little problem with the corner there. This definitely would not be above a PSA 8, I'll tell you that. Because of this problem up here that you can see right. I'm trying to catch it in the light. Right there. Little bit of like chip, little spots here and there. I'm gonna say a PSA 7. The highest would be an 8. Wow, an 8. That's not bad. I called it though. Nothing more than an 8. Not sure what a unlimited Lapras holo in an 8 would be worth, to be honest with you. But I know a 9 is probably about, I don't know, $80 to $100, I'd assume. So an 8 is probably a bit more than raw price. So probably whatever the raw price is plus 20%, 25% would be my guess. I could look this up. Let's see. Considering all the other stuff we already got in this mystery box, it's not bad at all. Alright, let's see. eBay. It's the most reliable. Lapras, Fossil, Holo, PSA 8. Not expecting anything too crazy. Oh, not bad. Yeah, like I said. What did I say? 50 to 60? Looks like that's about the price. Last sold 65 with shipping. 55, 55, 55. First edition is about 140. Someone paid, okay, that's the first edition, 60. Yeah, it's about a $60 card. 55 to 65. That's actually pretty generous. Alright, but we still got this, which I believe was part of the same mystery box. I think. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember this being in with this, because I always kept them together. I think this, like, came out of that. Alright. Okay, that one's in a top loader, so we'll save that for last. Cool sleeves. Oh, wow. E-reader cards, reverse holo. Populous. I actually collect these, so I don't care if it's not even a Pokemon. That means I don't have to buy this eventually, so that's nice. Oh, please be all e-reader cards. That would be awesome. Nope. If that is a Magikarp, I would definitely buy. I'm hunting, like, cool-looking reverse holos from some of the older sets. Oh, that's an awesome War Turtle. I don't think I've seen that one before. Love that art. Lapras with a rainbow and Misty. Looks like one I would get. Wow, that's her. I haven't seen this Nidoking either. That's really cool. Nidoking with the little Nidoran. That's so cute. Look at that. That's got to be one of my favorite arts for Nidoking I've ever seen. I love that. Look at the artwork. It's almost like a crayon drawing. That's really unique. And the Nidoqueen. She's like, where is he with my little son? Where are they? Crawling out to him. Ooh, nice grill. That's a McDonald's one, it looks like. With the hollow pattern. I like the art. Dratini first edition. Let's check this condition. White dots on this one a little bit. Probably no more than an 8. 7 maybe. And Pokemon sleeves, I gotta say, I haven't really seen too many of these in person outside of the plastic. These are some high-ass quality sleeves. I really wish they didn't go for the matte finish, though. I really wish it was more of a clear. First edition Dark Kadabra. Definitely near mint. A little bit of whitening on the edges, though. Can't really grade that one. Diglett first edition. Alright, let's see what this Japanese card is. It's a little rough. Something tells me that this might be something pretty good. Like, it's probably something pretty good. But the thing is, the edge damage is a little much for them to, like, ever consider selling or grading it or something. This is old school, too, so this is probably from... I'm gonna say that this is probably from Jungle or Fossil or Neo, one of the Neo sets. I'm gonna say it's a Jungle Pinsir. Oh, whoa, what? They sent me the Dragonite from the Game Boy? Wait a minute. No, I didn't buy this separate. No, I definitely didn't buy this on eBay. Because I actually bought one of these, because I'm like, wait, I know I own one of these, but I bought it at a convention. So I didn't, yeah, this is definitely from the same seller. Damn, what a generous mystery box that was. This is one of my favorite old school hollows. I just love, I've shown this on my eBay streams. I just love that, like, Windows XP wallpaper behind Dragonite. Damn, I wasn't expecting them to send that. That's kind of crazy. Even though, you know, the back condition isn't the greatest, but this card in mint condition is worth way more money. $50 seems about right for this condition. Wow, that was fun. Very, very generous. I bought a mystery box from the seller before, and it was also really good, so I bought another one. And they certainly did not disappoint. This is really Pokemon battle music right now? Are we serious? I don't know what game this would be from. Well, that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I really like, if you can find a good seller on eBay that does mystery boxes, boy, it can be so much fun. If they're fair about it. Especially me, because I don't own most of this stuff. And it's just a lot of fun, because most of it I need, or I would put in a binder. So. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else to really open here. There's some other stuff that'll be for a video, not a stream. So I'm gonna call it there. Hope you guys enjoyed another random sporadic TCG opening stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're, you know, normally you just pop into the live streams. Be sure to subscribe for the videos as well. And I'll see you guys in the next stream tomorrow on Twitch. We're either going to continue Pokemon or we're going to do something else. We'll see. Not decided yet. You guys have a good night. Thank you for watching.